Good day and welcome to Inside Cottonwood. I'm your host, Richard Faust, Community Services General Manager for the City of Cottonwood. With me today is Hez Allen. Hez is the Recreation Services Supervisor for the City of Cottonwood and our Parks and Recreation Department and our Community Recreation Center. And so we're going to go into a little bit of discussion today as to our next upcoming event, which is Thunder Valley Rally. And Thunder Valley Rally is our one of our annual programs and venues that we provide here in our community, and it's kind of a mainstay for us. But it is a big event. It's rather huge, and we're preparing right now for Rhythm and Ribs. And as we prepare for that, we're also preparing at the same time, or Hez is preparing at the same time for Thunder Valley Rally. It's quite a fall season that we have ongoing. I'll talk about that here in just one moment and get a little bit more into it with Hez Allen. And we're going to be talking about motorcycles and more motorcycles, and probably even more than that. But I wanted to start off also today, as I just explained, Rhythm and Ribs is upcoming early this month in September, and I just want to give kudos as well as my expressed appreciation to Yavapai Broadcast once again. Brad has just been going probably bonkers in the next room, and I think he's just been doing an incredible job for us as well as the community, and we need to really thank him for that, and that's one of the things I wanted to do also right up front. But getting back to TVR, as we like to call it, Thunder Valley Rally, the special event program, is one of our signature series events here in Cottonwood, which exemplifies our community's incredible push towards bringing more vibrant economies into the Cottonwood area. So a more vibrant economy means more jobs, it means more people coming in and spending money. This is one of the things that we really like to emphasize and do for our city, and as well as the Verde Valley with which we live in. This push also provides a major motorcycle emphasis in our community, and we'll be going into that with Hez also as to why are we doing this. And I know there's a lot of people that ask the same question as to why are you doing this, and what does this mean for basically a lot of our tax revenues even in our community. We're going to go over what we call the 3 days of September, which is September 19th, 20th, and 21st. So this is what we're going to be discussing today for Inside Cottonwood. I wanted to make sure that we also identify our upcoming events and programs in the city for this fall season for 2014. We currently have ongoing the Cottonwood Farmers Market and Jamboree. This program, it's every Thursday evening, and we've been doing it since July, and it goes till October 2nd at the Old Town Activity Park from 5 o'clock till dark-ish. Dark-ish, that's right. Okay, and we have planned for September 11th, Busted Nuts. We have September 18th, Mountain Stranded Time. September 25th, the Cadillac Angels, and October 2nd, Lori McDonald and Combo Deluxe. And can you explain anything more about that for our viewers?
That's just one of those programs where it brings family together. Each Thursday, it's a common meeting ground. Friends and foe that haven't seen each other throughout the week gather there. They do a little shopping, enjoy the weather's kind of breaking for us a little bit. I think this is the most we've ever been rained out for a farmers market season.
I think so too. I think it's been incredible. I think except for the 90s when I was still, when I started here, there was a lot of monsoonal activity in the 90s, and so we saw a lot of those when I was actually doing a lot of the softball programs. We got hit quite a bit, and we'd have to shut things down.
That's when it flooded, right?
That's exactly right, 1993. So upcoming also for our events in October 31st, we have our Fall Carnival. It's our 19th annual Fall Carnival, along with the Old Town Association's Safe Night, which is a kind of a trick-or-treat program in Old Town and at the Old Town Activity Park. And November 8th, we also have a very special signature series event program that we put on called Walking on Main. Many people are waiting for this program because the temperatures are cooler and it's much nicer, and the day celebration basically it involves art, wine, soul, jazz, blues throughout the day in Old Town, a lot of cultural programming and things of that nature. So come down to Old Town in Main Street on November 8th also. Now I wanted to start off today's questions here to Hez because he's the program administrator and he provides all of the program. And Hez, tell us a bit about the history behind Thunder Valley Rally. Who started the program and why is it here in the Cottonwood area?
You know, it was started some 14 years ago by Cliff Castle Casino Hotel, and it was kind of a ride to celebrate northern Arizona. Nothing had been done in the past, motorcycle-wise, up in North Country. And so they did it to go on this ride. It was a poker run, went up to Flagstaff, down to Mormon Lake, Munns Park, Happy Valley, and all these different areas, and then stopped back at the casino. Well, a couple years ago, the casino approached city administrative staff, the city council, and said, we have this great opportunity. We feel that Thunder Valley Rally would make a good fit in Old Town and help the area. The casino at that time, and I believe still, are very proactive as a whole unit with the Verde Valley.
Right.
And all of us working together is only going to benefit. And so that's how Thunder Valley kind of came to be in Old Town. And then from there, the city staff has just kind of taken it to a whole nother level.
Well, I know that a lot of times, a lot of the bikers, motorcycle advocates, like coming to a community that has casino activity, and so they're able to gamble. They're able to go and enjoy themselves throughout the daytime, also along with the events that we throw within our events. So it kind of makes a good unified marriage program. Is we have the casino working with us in some extent there too, and it helps out. So tell us times as to when the program starts on Friday, starting off with the Jed Morrison Band and ending with Whiskey Myers. Why do we, I mean, Whiskey Myers is a pretty big, talented group.
Yeah.
And so we just start off with a bang. Why is that?
You know, our goal is always to get individuals up here on Friday and have them stay the weekend.
There you
go. We anchor Friday with a good, solid national act, and then a lot of entertainment throughout the day. The event on Friday starts around 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It'll go till 10:30. Then they can go to the main stage and see Whiskey Myers. Whiskey Myers is one of those acts where, again, it's that opportunity to see someone in their prime that are climbing the charts. They're extremely hungry. They're getting 1 million+ hits on YouTube. It's very exciting.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So now Saturday's program, tell us start off times there, tell us when we close down on Saturday, and then you know, I guess what to expect on Saturday for the event.
Yeah, Saturday we kick off around 7 a.m. at the Civic Center.
Okay.
Pre-ride, or actually day of ride registration for the poker run is from 7 to 10, and then they shove off, so to speak, at 10 a.m. Then that ride returns at 4 o'clock, and it kind of goes through the Verde Valley, goes up to the high country in the Jerome area, stops at the number 1 food store, Old Sedona Bar and Grill, the Horn, Copper Star Shooting Range, and Cottonwood Motorsports. Cottonwood Motorsports is a great sponsor for that program, along with Copper Star Shooting Range. So that's a great ride to go on to kind of explore the area. And then from there it goes into music all day on the main street, 2 stages going back and forth, pushing traffic up and down the street.
Okay.
Then you end on the main stage, and the Old Town, actually we call it Old Ned's main stage.
Okay.
With Rival Sons.
Okay. And so what about Sunday then? I know we conclude on Sunday. Give us approximate times on that.
Sunday we start around 10 a.m. and we end at 2 o'clock. There's a ride that leaves that day as well. It's the, what do we call that one ride? It's the High Heels and Shifters ride.
Okay.
And so they'll go through the Verde Valley, and then they'll stop at the Copper Star Shooting Range again. And that's kind of a female ride. So when they get to Copper Star, the staff there will take them, and they can shoot bows, they can shoot guns, they can have their pick. There's also food there as well, and then they'll end in Old Town.
So we go through quite a venue of different experiences for the people that do show up. We try to.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that's what we want to do with anyone coming into our community, is to provide kind of the exclusivity of what the Verde Valley offers and who we are, and so they can have a taste of what Cottonwood and the Verde Valley is. I think that's great. Now talk about our major sponsors before we go on to a break here, Hez.
Well, you got to mention, Grand Canyon Harley Davidson. We've been really fortunate throughout the years, is that we've had certain sponsors that have gravitated toward the event, and they've stuck with us, and it's become a marriage.
Right.
Grand Canyon Harley, Law Tigers, Budweiser, Yavapai Broadcasting. Every year they come back to us, and I think they get something out of the marriage as well as we do. And so we can't thank them enough. If you get a chance, stop by Grand Canyon Harley. Their new models will be coming out here shortly. Law Tigers is supporting motorcycle events throughout the state,
right.
As well as Budweiser, Yavapai Broadcasting here locally. So.
All right. Well, we'll go into a little bit maybe more as to who some of those other people are that are helping us provide sponsorship for this event upcoming for Thunder Valley Rally, and we'll get into that a little bit more here in the details of Thunder Valley Rally as we proceed. We're going into a break right now. I'm Richard Faust, Community Services General Manager for the City of Cottonwood. Thank you for joining us today.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back to Inside Cottonwood. I'm your host today, Richard Faust, Community Services General Manager for the City of Cottonwood. And with me today is Hezekiah Allen. Hez Allen is our Recreation Services Specialist and Supervisor for the City of Cottonwood. And we're going through and going over Thunder Valley Rally and what to expect and what's coming here in Cottonwood on September 19th, 20th, and 21st. So it's a 3-day event, and it's pretty much the only type or kind of event in the state of Arizona that actually has what we have here. And it's kind of interesting as we look at this event and how it's started to mutate and get a little bit larger and a little bit more expansive within Cottonwood. And my hat's off to the Recreation Services group here in the city of Cottonwood as they do an incredible job here for our community and bring people in and bring a large amount of money to our community. It's just great. With that, I wanted to talk a little bit more with Hez as it pertains to our sponsors for this program. We have the Law Tigers, like you were talking about before. These people always jump right on the bandwagon with us. It's great. Right. Grand Canyon Harley Davidson is incredible. And, if you go into Walmart also, you walk into the one side and you see this large motorcycle sitting up there at Walmart, and you see the Thunder Valley Rally information right there in Walmart, which is great. And it's on I think it'd be on the south side of the Walmart entrance.
And I think you can buy Sportsters on aisle 2.
Sportsters on aisle 2. There you go. All right. That's great. So they are big sponsors. Budweiser, Yavapai Broadcasting, which I had identified earlier and implicitly thank, Northern Arizona Equipment, Burning Tree Cellars, Suzy Q Market, Walmart, Pepsi, Cottonwood Motorsports, D&K Cycle and Service, and Edward Jones and Investments. And tell us a bit as to what these people do for this program a little bit more, Hez.
I think each one comes together and joins up to the program to give back, obviously. Second to that is obviously they get some kind of value out of it, out of sponsoring it, whether it be Burning Tree that has a location in Old Town, to even Arizona Northern Equipment with Mark Millar that does a lot for the community, does a lot of road projects here, and this is his way to give back and say thank you for all those years of support through the good times and the bad times. And along with Suzy Q Market, they come on board every year and help us out. And it's one of those things what they realize as well is the more they're able to get their name out there and that people can see, it's all about that in the back of your mind when you think you need to get dirt work done. Arizona Northern Equipment, where did I see that logo? I don't even remember where I saw it.
Right. And it's really good for them, but it's also really excellent for us. So we appreciate and value all of what they do for the city of Cottonwood, and we thank them.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea as to the amount of revenues that this program would bring to our community? I know that, you know, we've talked before, especially with parks and recreation agencies within the context of municipalities. We look at between $100 to $200 per participant per day, but that's on a daily basis, not on an overnight basis. So when you identify a lot of these people coming in, we're probably, I think last year we saw, around 5,000 motorcyclists come into the community. We're expecting maybe around 6,000, somewhere in there, for this upcoming year. And, you know, that could really mean a large amount of revenue coming into the city of Cottonwood. So if we're looking at that, the accuracy is kind of hard to forecast, but that could be quite a bit of money.
Definitely. You know, if you kind of do some quick figuring, 6,000 people at $200 a person is $1.2 million.
Right.
That's quite a chunk of cash coming into a smaller community. That can keep businesses afloat, that can give them a little spark to keep them going, or also allow them to make more of an investment in what they do on their day-to-day operations. And it's just not Old Town. We want to really state that it's not just Old Town that benefits from this program. It's Clarkdale, it's Jerome, it's Camp Verde, it's the casino. These individuals are coming here, descending on the Verde Valley, and their hobby allows them to explore.
Right.
And it's kind of the part of the fun part of it. You know, each day you want to get on your motorcycle and go, hey, I've never been to Montezuma's Well.
Right.
Let's go check that out. Or Tuesday or Jerome. Let's go up there and have a, something to eat today. And that's what's exciting about the program is it's really Verde Valley wide, and I think the mayor really pushes that.
I think she does also, and you know, when you take a look at also in the context that a lot of these people can't get hotel rooms, so a lot of people do camping, so they're at Dead Horse Ranch State Park. I know that they have, I think, 170 campgrounds. 170 site campground.
Right.
And so they're going to have to open up their overflow as well. And it helps them, it helps revenue-wise for the state, for the state organization. But these people, they eat a lot, they drink a lot, they enjoy themselves. So that means that they spend a lot of money in our community. So it's good to have them here.
And we want to roll out the red carpet.
Yes, we do.
Yep.
So thank you for that. Now, so do you, as we look at Arizona's, a lot of people in Arizona, as well as the community, identify, well, this is definitely then some sort of a version of South Dakota's Sturgis, but it's out west.
Yeah.
How do you respond to people when they say this?
We would love to say yes.
Yeah, I know.
Of course. But keep in mind, Sturgis is on its like 74th or 75th year. It's been a lot of time building that. Are there variables that are similar? Of course. One that stands out is the Black Hills in South Dakota. Well, we have the Black Hills as well. And I think when you get down to the root of it, what Sturgis provides is it provides an avenue for people to explore, great riding, quaint little Main Street towns that bring that historic value to things, because there's definitely a similarity there between motorcyclists. They're nostalgic at heart. There's a reason why they ride Harleys or Indians, because of that history, because their granddad or their granddad's granddad rode that in World War II. And so the bootlegging capital of Arizona, it's no coincidence that that's how we've kind of branded this program with Old Town, because that history aspect. And that's what Sturgis provides, and that's where we're at as well. We can offer a lot of the same variables that made that successable. So only time will tell, and we'll keep swinging away at her. Right,
and I know that that's what we'll go into in just a minute is, how we've kind of changed some locations of things here or there. But we do close off all of Main Street, which really helps for the motorcycle and again, our motorcyclists. And what that does is it also has a little bit of that Sturgis look to it and appeal. Right. They do like that, but we don't have near as many motorcycles. And I mean, they're up to, somewhere around 40,000, aren't they, or somewhere in there?
They're hitting 500,000.
Okay, they're up there.
They measure success in trash.
Yes, they do.
That's how they weigh their trash to kind of figure out how many people they got.
That's amazing. All righty. So Hez, what acts are performing this year? Tell us kind of as we go through this on, we talked a little bit about Friday, but, we started off with the Jed Morrison Band and we concluded with Whiskey Myers. And, who's playing Friday on the stage, at the different stages? You said there's 2 stages, and then go into Saturday's acts.
Okay. I think first of all, I definitely have to mention that event company, GG Rock.
Yes.
They've come along board with us this year, working in a partnership capacity. Rhythm of Ribs, Thunder Valley Rally, we couldn't do it without them. It is definitely hand in hand. And when we sat down and chatted before the program last year, we wanted to make sure that the entertainment that is on the street is quality.
Yes.
That any band you see is going to be exceptional. That way you come back and you want to stay and you want to enjoy the street. And then you go into the main stage and it just continues there and it heightens at that point. So Friday you can see Jed Morrison, Carvin Jones. I really enjoy Carvin Jones because he's like a Jimi Hendrix.
Okay.
He's all over the place. I wouldn't be surprised if he's jumping off buildings. I hope he doesn't do that. He better not do that.
Okay.
And then Sour Diesel Trainwreck. Supposedly they're friends with Whiskey Myers. They wanted to play as well up here. They're from the Phoenix area, so you're going to be amazed with the entertainment. We did not penny pinch in that area on purpose.
That's good.
We negotiated.
Right, we always negotiate.
Exactly. And then Saturday, coming back, Combo Deluxe, Whiskey's Quicker, Sour Diesel Train, and Whiskey Rodeo. Whiskey Rodeo is one of those bands that they've won Battle of the Bands. They're out of Texas. They used to be in Arizona. They've played the Hog Rally numerous times. They're along the same lines as Mogollon, and they're going to be on the main street.
That'd be great. Yeah, that'd be a great act.
Yeah, and then you'll follow up with Christopher Robin opening up for Whiskey Myers, and Sarah Robinson in the Midnight Special opening up for Rival Sons.
Awesome. So now, as we then look at the idea, last year we had Leon Russell, we had Jackal, and it was really amazing to see Leon Russell coming in. And again, for us guys who are a little bit older, we were really fortunate to see Leon Russell. It was really great. I remember seeing him when I was pretty young, and so here he was again, and he's older than I am. So, but it was really fun to watch. And so this year it's going to be really entertaining. So come be a part of it again as we entertain as well as we enjoy the Thunder Valley Rally together. Now, when we talk about that, what prompted the booking of these acts this year?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of people come back and say, well, I haven't heard of Whiskey Myers or Rival Sons.
Right.
Where did you guys pluck these guys?
It's true.
And the answer is we built a band based on Thunder Valley Rally. We put them together.
I see.
No, I'm kidding. So, no, Jackal and Leon Russell last year, you can't dispute that they're extremely well known.
They are well known.
With that said, there are different points of their career. Leon Russell is prolific in the music industry. I mean, he's a living legend, and to have that opportunity, like you said last year, to even see him perform is amazing.
Yes.
This year we kind of wanted to go a different route. We wanted, with building this program, we also have to differentiate ourselves from other motorcycle events, other special events. How are we different? And with that said, we decided you kind of have to stay true to the genre to a certain degree, Southern rock, classic rock, that type of stuff. You don't want to be throwing out disco or something at a motorcycle event. It wouldn't go over very well. Not many people are doing this.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And so Whiskey Myers is a really strong Southern rock type band out of Texas. Huge following, massive. Out of all the acts we've booked for TVR and R&R, they have 130,000 likes on Facebook.
Wow.
They're getting millions of hits on YouTube. They're being played on XM radio. They're very thirsty at this point. They're passionate about what they do, so they're going to put on one heck of a show on Friday. Rival Sons on the flip side. Sammy Hagar's agent is Rival Sons' agent. Not on a coincidence, that was on purpose because he believes so much in Rival Sons that he's getting behind them and championing them. So now these guys are opening up for acts like Bad Company and you name it, these large classic rock acts that are still traveling and performing. They're like the band Jet. A couple years ago that kind of hit the charts and exploded. And so both these acts are going to put on fantastic shows for the people for $10.
Right. That's just incredible.
If we were to book a classic rock like ZZ Top, you're looking at $80,000 to $100,000+, which translates to higher ticket costs for the individuals. And we don't want to. We want to provide a good program at a reasonable price.
That's right. We don't want to throw it in people's faces. I think that's the main thing is to get people to come, let them enjoy, and let them enjoy Cottonwood. Hopefully, again, they'll spend their money here, and that's one of the things that we look forward to. We're going to be taking a break again and coming back with Hez afterwards, talking about this a little bit more, but it's going to be jam-packed with a lot of talent, a lot of entertainment, a lot of good things that'll be going on in Cottonwood for those 3 days, the 3 days of September on the 19th, 20th, and 21st. And we'll be back in just a minute. I'm your host today, Richard Faust, Community Services General Manager for the City of Cottonwood.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. That single ember can ignite and destroy your home or even your community. You can't control where the ember will land, only what happens when it does. Get Fire Adapted now at fireadapted.org.
Welcome back to Inside Cottonwood. I'm your host today, Richard Faust, Community Services General Manager for the City of Cottonwood. We're talking with Hez Allen and one of our specialties here in the fall time Thunder Valley Rally. Hez, we talked about everything from everything with Whiskey Myers and you know, everything that's going to be happening there, as well as the bands. And I know that we're going to be having shuttle services with the City of Cottonwood with the Cottonwood Cats, and so there'll be shuttle services down into the Old Town area. Where can they pick that up at?
It'll be on a 45-minute rotation.
Okay.
And if you go to the website, it will show the exact areas where it stops. It stops at certain hotel hubs. It'll go to Dead Horse State Park, and then take you down to the Civic Center, drop you off, and then it also picks up and disperses the individuals throughout those different areas. So we encourage you later at night, park your motorcycle, continue to have a good time in Old Town, and be responsible.
There you go. Now there's going to be some road closures. Tell us about those road closures and what to expect also.
Yep, as you're coming into town, you make your left on 260. You'll see the first signboard around the 89 bypass and 260, Middle State to Clarkdale, and train, make a left. Use the bypass, special event ahead. As you get further in the Willard intersection, Main Street, special event ahead, closure, and then from Willard to around the Civic Center is kind of a soft closure, so individuals can get to Balboa Street, and then from there on it's a hard closure, and that'll start at 11 o'clock on Friday and will end at around 2 o'clock on Sunday. If we can, we'd like to get it a little open sooner on Sunday, but we're saying 2 o'clock just to be on the safe side.
Okay, good. That kind of opens things up for us a bit there. Now, there's going to be changes this year. Explain those changes real quick, you know, as to the staging and everything else.
There'll be, on Main Street, there'll be a stage right in front of City Hall, kind of on that corner. Across from that will be vendors in the tavern parking lot, Law Tigers, in the City Council Chambers parking lot. Down further around the Old Town Jail will be another stage. And then the Indian demo truck and the Victory demo truck will be here. 2 18-wheeler semi-trucks, along with some other industrial type vendors are in that area. We encourage you to take a demo ride with Indian or Victory. Those two stages will alternate music. The main stage will be at the Old Town Activity Park, and that block will be fenced off with black kind of shade material.
Okay, and we want to encourage everyone to, you know, come down, but also just understand that the businesses are open. I
Yes.
mean, they're not closed. They're still doing business, and there's a lot of people that will be going down. But again, contact them as to their times, as to when the restaurants are open, the grill to Nick's to you name it. They're open. So make sure that you understand that there's nothing closed there. There's just closures in the roadway. There's tons of parking available for you. But again, take the shuttle if you desire so. You can park directly up at the school grounds and take the shuttle directly down from there. So makes every opportunity available for everyone to enjoy and to participate, as well as to get out for those 3 days and have a blast here in Cottonwood. So anything closing here, Hez, that you wanted to identify?
Just to touch on what you just stated, we do have a local UPS.
Yes.
They
That's
love
right.
to ship things. So buy.
There you go.
Christmas is coming.
That's exactly right. So just wanted to conclude today and just say again, have a blast in Cottonwood. Again, fall time is coming. The temperatures are getting cooler. People are coming out and enjoying those, especially the nighttime temperatures. So thank you for joining us with Inside Cottonwood today. I'm your host, Richard Faust, Community Services General Manager for the City of Cottonwood. Enjoy your day.